All right, guys, welcome back. We're on week 9. Um, rolling right along. I'm so addicted to this game. It's a lot of fun. I gotta say, it's a lot of fun. Um, running through here, figuring out. Your mind just swirls with questions. What are these aliens thinking? How does their minds work? And will we get to like word-to-word contact? I think that'd be awesome. Eventually we're just sending direct messages. All right, so let's take a look at what we have here. First things first, we have another signal. It looks like it's made of what? A point and a line and a shape. So what is made of a point and a line and a shape? Hmm. Point and a line and a shape. Let's think about this. Point and a line and a shape, huh? Could it be, bear with me, could it be three-dimensional? Three-dimensional. Maybe a pyramid? The point could be the top, right? But it's a shape. Think about this. Let me think about this. Point 0 and line 0 and shape 0. Uh-huh. Okay, let me go back. Let me think about this. Because first off, whatever this mystery thing is, whoops. Ba-ba-da-bum-bum. Gonna do the classic. Let's call it question mark for now. Recompile. Whatever it is, if we go down a little bit, right? Something 1. So first off, we know that this gets numbers, just like shapes. Just like shapes. We're gonna call this 3D. 3. All right, I can't do numbers. 3D. 3D something. Could be a three-dimensional object, right? 3D. Okay, so 3D 0. I was just trying to say 3D 1 is actually just made of 3 points, so that's just a triangle, right? And shape 0 is identical to 3D 1. So I mean 3D 1 is just equal to shape 0. Let's just start with that. Maybe we're overthinking this. Okay. Yep, we are. We are overthinking it like usual. Okay, let's think about this. Let's think about this. A point is 3D, a line is 3D, a shape is 3D. This sounds like another informational one that we don't quite understand. Oh, let's see what they have to say. Another one of these transmissions. What's that? The what is just 0. Oh, interesting. This transmission contains non-integral information, or it's something that it doesn't care to test. Potentially, this transmission intends to outline or clarify something without testing or comprehension. Either way, let's just progress. Should in a moment, but I'll try and get some meaning out of this. Yeah, I mean, what's it trying to say here? Maybe when we come back, it'll be more obvious to us. But right now, it's just go with 0. Just go with what it's saying. Okay. So 3D0 is 0.0, 0.1, thus making 3D0 a line. So first off, 3D, not a great term. Not a great term. Let's call it object. Not quite true, but let's call it object for now. So object 0, since it only has 2 points, object 0 is a line. Object 1 has 3 lines, so object 0 is a shape. A shape. Okay, we're slightly getting there, because that kind of brings this transmission into making sense. They're saying it could be any of these 3 answers, right? Yeah, so because you have 2 values, it's a point. So, if object 1 has a point and a line and a point value, oh man, what does that mean? It contains all of the above. Go back to that old transmission. Let's think about this. Are these in order? Are these in order, you think? So what I'm saying is it kind of like a triangle or a rectangle is not a square, but a square is a rectangle? So is it a point unless it has a line, in which case it becomes a line, or it becomes a shape if it has a line in it? Does that make sense? So is this a shape? No, okay. Not quite. What am I missing here? Trying to go off their example. So they're saying because we have 2 values, it's a point. Because it has everything, what's supposed to do with this? Or, okay, I think I understand what it's saying. Only one of these can be true, right? Only one of these can be true. So why it doesn't have 2 different variables, 2 sets of coordinates, so it's not a line. Right? It also doesn't list 2 points. It just lists 1 point. So it's not a line. Probably not a line. Let's say. It has 2 shapes instead of 1. Not a shape? I want to say it's a point. Could be a line, though. No, okay. Let's try a line. Let's run through. Or I bet the answer is going to be something like point and line and shape. No, okay. Let's see what they have to say. The contents of object 0 are 4 and 3. So it could be a point. With you so far. The contents of object 1 are quite different. Point, a line, 2 numbers, a variable, and 2 shapes. What are they even asking? Expect they're asking for the form of object 1. Is it a point, a line, a shape, a variable, or an object? What is object 1? Well, I guess it's just an object because it contains all of the above. So maybe that's what they're trying to say. Interesting. Okay, that's what they're trying to say. Very interesting. Okay, we have another word. Let's take a look. The point something is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say this is count. Point count is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Line count is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So that would make shape count 4. Not 47, 4. Okay, okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Then what is this? Point 0, point 1, point counts 2. This is just them reiterating. Ah, what is the object count? That must be all of them. Right? Because they can all be objects. Is that true? Let's find out. There's 2 points, 3 lines, 1 shape, 6 total objects. Yes. You know what? We're getting there. We are getting there. Oh, mama. Okay. Now we're getting interesting. So what is the count within object 4 is 2 objects? Oh, but this is where it gets tricky. Object 1, or object 0, contains nothing. But object 2 contains 2 objects. So first off, let's try the obvious. We're going to say it's 2 objects within object 4. That's correct. But I fear that might not be true. Because, so let's say the object 0 count is 0, because there's no objects within object 0. It's not objects, it is... Let's think about this like programming, right? It's an array. I think that would be a little more clear if I call it like that. I'm going to call the object an array. Did I do that right? I think so. See what this guy has to say. Oh, geez, the transmission's a biggin. 254 signals compiled. The highest count so far, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, we have a crap ton of signals. And again, we're going to go to the dictionary. Let's fix the formatting. Like always. Like always. What, no space? I guess so. I guess so. Let's recompile this. Because the spaces part should be taken over by the ampersand. It'd have space. Holy schmackerel. Okay, this is a big one. This is a real big one. Reformat again. Let's reformat again. Reformat. Space. Try this. We gotta make this a little more readable, a little more clear. Holy schmackerel. So that looks a little more obvious. You know me. Let's reformat again. Point. No space. Okay, this is getting a little better. A little better. Let's look at the old graph. This is a 3-dimensional point, right? Because we're talking about X, Y, and Z at this point. Oh, man. We have 11 lines. 12, because we're starting from 0. So that's got to be, oh, Lord. Freaking Omecahedron or whatever. Talking. Let me. Man. Oh boy. What's the area of this? Man, oh man, oh man. Okay. What do we do? Why do we have 3 points? So first off, it's got to be 3-dimensional geometry. Got to be. It just has to be. Just has to be. 12 edges. Wait a minute. 12 lines to a cube, right? The edges of a cube. Okay, you know what? We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. What? First off, we know it's a cube. The perimeter is 24. Perimeter of a cube. Makes sense. That's the perimeter of a cube? Or is it a prism? Prism. Can we try and map it out? But not really, because it's three-dimensional. I'm going to try anyway. 1 and 1. Negative 1. First off, 1 and 1 is here. Duh. Negative 1 and 1. 1, negative 1. Negative 1, negative 1. 1 and 1. Negative 1. 1, negative 1. Negative 1, negative 1. And then we're it just kind of goes out 1. Which makes sense for forming a cube. Okay, so first off, we know it's a cube. And we know that the sides are 2 length. What can we do with this information? What can we do with this information? We have a cube with a height of 2. 2 squared. 2 times 2 is 4. Times 6 is 24 is the area. Let's try it out. Let's see what happens. Nope. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't. If I'm understanding this at the level I feel I am, then why'd that fail? 24 is the surface area of a cube. They called the area 24. Perhaps in 3 dimensions, area means something other than area. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Bees, I think I've got it. We're looking for the volume of this cube with side lengths of 2. Yeah. So they want... So in 3 dimensions, area is volume, I guess. I guess is what they're saying. Doesn't really make sense because we do have volume of a cube as well. Right? You see what I'm saying? Anyway, I want 2 cubes. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. Good to know, though. Good to know. I'll have to keep that in mind. I feel like that's going to trip me up in the future as well. 1 equals variable 0. Okay. 2, the power variable 1. Oh, man. Okay, we're getting interesting here. First off, clear that mama out. So 1 equals variable 0 squared plus variable 1 squared. Okay. Yeah, okay. Shape 0. The area equals 1 squared times... No. No, I'm sorry. This is 1... Yes, 1 squared times variable. Then we have perimeter is 2. 1 times 2. 1 times 2 times 2 times variable 2. Okay, getting interesting. Then they want variable 2. First off, we know that 1... Getting interesting here. Getting interesting. How do we find variable 2? This is area. Area equals that 1 squared times variable 2. Perimeter equals 1 times 2 times variable 2. Alright, yeah, let's go to the ideas, because I'm lost. Lost. Hold on, this looks familiar. I feel like I've seen this formula in the reference tab. Try 2D shapes. First off, they're saying this is a familiar formula. Oh, a squared times b squared equals c squared. Yep. What are they going to say now? Found it. Dr. Akers. I found the formula for this shape. It draws a circle. Then we have formulae for their area and perimeter. What's missing? What? The coefficient related to the circle. I'll let you know when I figure it out. Okay. Let me try and understand what they're saying. So we're looking at a circle. Formula to graph a circle. X to the power of 2, y to the power of 2 equals r, where r is the radius. Oh, okay. We know the radius is 1. The radius squared, so 1 times 1, yeah, okay, times pi. So the area, we know the area. Let's go back. We know the area is this. So what was our little formula here? The area equals 1 squared times volume 2. It says variable 2. I'm sorry. Area. So 1 squared is obviously 1. So what's the area divided by 1? You already know is just pi. This is just pi. This is literally just pi. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? A long message to say pi too. Okay, I guess that was just to see if we knew pi. Although, man, oh man, I was a little lost on that one. Pi. It's pi. Yes, it is pi. Come on, Batista. Why aren't you just jumping up and down? Isn't this like the Super Bowl for you? I am excited. I am happy. This is just what it looks like. Well, it doesn't look like much. I am pleased. I even predicted Pi's appearance earlier. That's true. What? When? You never mentioned Pi. Earlier I did. I don't remember you mentioning that, Batista. Oh. I remember. Alright. So, 0.875, 1. Something equals 1. This, okay, I see what they're saying. This is just saying round. Round up. Did I say up or down? This is rounding. Down. This is rounding up. So yeah, we don't want to say in particular which way we're rounding. Yeah, so what's 3.375 rounded? That's just 3, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, so now they're telling us to round. Now they're telling us to round. I'm sure that's going to come important later. Space later scene will round requires approximation. How come there's a wrong number of digits? Good question. Billy, that's your input? Thinking. Do not rush. Oh, sorry. I have to do with base 8 to base 10 conversion. Floating point numbers struggle with different bases. Floating point numbers? Think decimals or base 8 decimals or binary decimals. Since base 8 deals with eighths and sixteenths while base 10 deals with tenths and hundredths, what we call 2.1875 can be represented in base 8 as just 2.25. It is the same precision, the same value, but built with different components. Interesting. I think I follow. I still hate base 8. I thought you had slain that beast earlier with base 10 update. That update made this beast. If we stayed in base 8, we would see the proper number of digits. Oops. Are you going to fix it? Keep the base 10 still, please? Update coming soon. Okay, so I assume this is saying 1 round is base 10 round. 2 round is base 8 round, which I saw in the calculator. We do have a button for base 8 rounding. Let's just clear this out, right? So it's going to say 21.25 base 8 round is valid. Valid. How do we round 1? So they're saying if you round it in base 8, it's just 21. Is that what they're saying? Okay, okay, good to know. Good to know. Now we have base 10 rounding, base 8 rounding. Holy schmackerel. Our newest single is next in line. No gaps in our dictionary. Happy dictionary, happy life. I don't get what that means. Come on, Carrie. Happy dictionary, happy life. I heard you guys the first time. Come on, is it not pleasing to see full of numbers? Alright, so we have a new definition. You know what we're gonna do. Where's our beautiful question mark? Where's our beautiful question mark? Recompile that in there. Throw that mamma jamma in there. And let's see. So stay in here. Let me think. Can I copy? Can't copy, huh? Sheesh. Bum. We're able to edit that. Let me think. Okay. So 3 what? Is it like 3 decimal places? What is 6 round? Let's go 3.14159 53587. Let's just do what that is, base 8 rounded. So let's imagine they're saying keep 6. So keep 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. What happens then? Not much. Not much. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Huh. Zero what? Zero what? 2.7182459045235336. Base 8 round. Is 3 apparently? Nope. They don't like that. Even though it's 2 round. We said before should be base 8 rounding. What does our old transmission say? 1 round rounding by base 10. One round, round by base 10. Two round. Is that determining if we round up or down? No, because... No, it's not that. So why is this 2 round? Why is this 2 round? When it rounds up. This is interesting. Let me follow this pattern as well. The number is off. The number is off, even if we're talking about rounding, right? All right, first off, let's get the pain over with. Let's type the whole dang thing. 2.7 Even base 8 rounded. Just 3, huh? Oh! What does that mean for us? What does that mean for us? So what does A and B represent when I'm rounding with these numbers? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Let's just see if this is correct. Get rid of that. Mega long message. No, this doesn't feel right to me. No, yeah. Not quite. And then do we just do 2.7? What is that telling us? What is that telling us? Okay. 1 divided by 3 equals 0.333. Oh, is it continuous? No. No. What? What? Ponder this. See if this holds true. So 1 divided by 3. And then let's do round. No. 0.3. Round 3? What happened? What happened here? One divided by 3. Base 8 round. It also becomes 1. It also becomes... Boom, 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 boom. I mean, in this instance, right, if we're going, they just want 3 decimal places, something. This would be 2 divided by 3, like 6 continuous-ish. Right, if we're copying their format of 3 spots behind the decimal. Let's see. Nope, it's not that. Ideas. because it's this question mark. So that question mark, in my mind, is basically continuous. I think. Let's see what update he's done. New update. Does round work with decimals now? Hmm? Oh yay, wonderful. This will make much more sense moving forward. Humans. Batista, sometimes you speak as if you aren't a human. Oh, I just meant that our rounding would make sense to aliens since base 8. I see. You are a human, right? Mm-hmm. My question. We'll say my question. Alright. Where are we at? Where are we at with this? Oh, this is even more confusing. Let's recompile since we just put that in as continuous. Oh boy. You're saying, well, that makes me think this is already not correct. Right? I mean, let's recompile. So in this array, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 objects. Does continuous count as an object? I don't think so. Let's say 6 objects and see what they say. Nope, they're saying it does count as an object. They're not. 1, 2, 3. Let me think about this. Maybe instead of continuous, what if it's just the word stop? See what that would look like. We said stop. It is peculiar, but I'm pleased. Oh yeah, what you got? Last transmission we defined stop mathematically. Here, I'm not sure that's the case. Stretching its definition and making its meaning more abstract. Yeah, so I'm thinking it means stop here. And in the other transmission, go back. This would say stop at 6 round. Stop at 2 round. That's why we stopped at 2.7. Right? Because that's 2 numbers. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. In this case, it would be 3. Let's see. Nope. Nope. 4 then? No. Not either. Oh. Yeah, this is interesting. Maybe it's not stop. Maybe it's just continuous? Yes, because I renamed it, it would be stop, but... Oop. So I was thinking, like, does it maybe? Not quite that either. Not quite that either. Like 1 or something? No. 1, 3, 5, 7. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are they saying count the numbers in between 3 and 14? That's what they're saying. Is that what they're saying? In this case, it would be 16. Ah, so it is continued. 1, 2. Yeah, I think that. Okay, so 1 plus 1 is variable 0. 2 plus 3, variable 1. 5? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The 1 plus 1. They're saying what is equivalent to variable 0 and variable 1. Would we say like for example 1 plus 1 and 1 and 1 or 2 plus 3. Then the formatting's a bit scuffed, but no. Is it because I didn't put the parentheses? Parentheses. No. Okay. No. No. What equals variable 0 and variable 1? Object? Object or point? Not a point. It's an object. Object. An object, not. I'm sorry, I named it array. Not an array either, but. Oh boy. Because now I feel like they want me to use continuous variable somehow. But how? The line? Line. Really make much. Did a length? Really makes much sense either. Length. Count? Count? Count, it's not rounding. Not a sequence, really, either. It's negative. One is 2. Am I overthinking this? Just like 2 and 5? I am overthinking this. Okay, good. That seemed too easy. Too easy. What am I looking at here? One variable 0. One something 1. One something 1. Oh. Two plus variable 1 is 5. What is 1 variable 0 equals 2. 2 plus variable 1 equals 5. Variable 1 3, obviously. But variable 0. What could that mean? Not multiply. 1 variable 0 1. 1 variable 0 1 times equals 5. So we're looking for coordinates again. So first off, it's 3. Variable 1 is 3. So something and 3. What I don't understand is what is going on up here. First off, let's try this. Variables, variables. It's just the formatting that's confusing me. Let's put a space in between. What does that mean? Because we have no operator here. There's no operation. One variable 0 equals 2. Are they saying that variable 0 is 1 because 1 and then a single variable 0 equals 2? I would expect a plus, right? Let's try 2 and 3. No, that's not it. This is a toughie all of a sudden. I don't know why. I feel like it's going to be so obvious. 1 variable 0 equals 2. Two plus variable 1 equals 5. Variable 1 is 3. That is obvious. No ideas. No ideas yet. Okay. Am I being foolish? Am I being ghoulish? One variable 0. One variable 0. Why is there no operation? That's my question. Where's the operator? What am I missing? The Mind Palace. I'm sprinting through the Mind Palace. Am I crazy? Is it the way this is formatted? What if this is the plus? That's stupid. Plus and 3? Does that make much sense? There's 1 plus, I guess variable 0, equals 2. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Wow, so a variable can be anything. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Go to variables. This can be operators. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. But first off, variable 0 is 2. So let's get that right off the bat. Let's get that out of here. Let's make ourselves prepared. 2 plus 3 is variable 1. Okay, so that's just 5. So variable 1 is 5. Again, let's just, if they're giving us home runs, let's hit them out of the park. Variable 2, variable 0 plus variable 1. Okay, what am I missing? Seems too easy. What am I missing? 7. What am I missing? What am I missing? Why did they throw us a curveball and then put us back on track? You know what? I'm going to change array back to object. Only because I know I'm going to keep typing it wrong. If I don't. I was trying to be a little bit clever. Put it back. Object 0. There we go. Object 0 is variable 0 and variable 1. Object 0 count equals variable 2. Very interesting. Very interesting. The variable 0 rounded by 2 is 12. Okay. Is variable 3. Wait. They're saying variable 3 is 12, which is also a rounded version of variable 0. So variable 0 is just a distraction. Because they're only asking for 2 and 3. So first off, and we already know that variable 3 is 12. And we already know that variable 2 is the count of objects in this. Should be 2. Should be 2. I think. Or because must be 2. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay. Again, try not to overthink it. Let's try not to use the brain too much. Okay. So now they're saying variables can be shapes as well. Okay. So variable 0 is a shape 0. Variable 1 is a line 0. Variable 2 is 3. And variable 3 is 8. 4 is 2 times 3. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, very interesting. So, first things first. Variable 0 is shape 0. And variable 1 is line 0. And variable 2 is 3. Variable 3 is 8. Variable 4 is 2 times 8, so 16. Let's see what it says. A long message. Long message. No. No, they don't like that. 0 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't like this. It doesn't like this. Why does it not like this? First off, shape and line. Let me make sure it's not a formatting thing. Yep. See, this is why you check. This is why you check. First off, line needs a new line. What it's saying. What does shape say? Shape just needs a space beforehand. So that wrong anyway. Try that. No. Still no. Still no. Okay. Go back to this Whamma Jamma. No space after. But because shape has space before, I think that takes precedent? Does it? I think so. No. Hmm. I'm trying to think. What are they trying to say here? Are they saying ignore 0 and 1 because they are shapes and lines? Or do we need to say it's an object? Is that just what they're asking? If it's an object? No. I'm missing here. The variable 1 is a shape. Something. Mm-mm. Have a shape, a line, and 3 numbers. Shape, a line, and 3 numbers. Missing. Looking through the old dictionary. Looking through the old dictionary. What if we omit? Let's omit the shape. Does that make sense? Let's omit the shape. First off, I wonder if... Is that like... Make this shorter? Yeah, it looks a lot better, I think. Let me make the line... Clean up. Let's clean up the formatting. Maybe that's our problem. Maybe that's our problem. Not really our problem, but I'll say it is. In fact, can we kill the... Any cleaner? I don't know. Ooh, it is. It is cleaner. Wow, okay. It's a little better. It's a little better. Always the formatting. You know, always got to think about the formatting. So 0 is shape 0.
and. Variable 1 is line 0. 2, 3, 4 is 3, 8, 16. Wait, did I say 16? Am I stupid? It's 24. Oh my goodness. Is that my problem? Whoopsie daisy. Let's try this again. Shape 0. And line 0. And 3 and 8 and 24. Oh my gosh, I was putting 16. I'm sure somebody was yelling at me. Okay, good. Good progress. And that's week 9. Let's see what Doug has to say. Alright, team. It's past 2200. It's been a long day and a longer week. Keep it brief. Been in the control room for 16 hours. Time flies. Usually work 14. Any new findings from my translation team? Are they 5-legged creatures? Do they feast on heavy metals? Do they speak in chords? Dr. Doppler, I think sleep would find you well right now. I'm fine. Who needs coffee when you have sleep? Once again, I don't think you... Yeah, you're right. We're all due for some sleep. Tell me what's new. Give me the rundown, Dr. Bees. Use their words. Object, count, round, continue. It doesn't sound very great when they say it like that, does it? It helps provide context. We've already defined point, line, and shape. Geometry. Beautiful. No, not beautiful. Difficult. Cumbersome. Don't romanticize my pain. Hackers can be a bit much at times. Verd. That was peculiar. We defined object after length. Huh. Any theories why, linguist? Not the first time we defined terms out of order. We defined number before negative. Or not number, gap, I guess. I suspect they're grouped by meaning. Just as power of came late, but was related to signals -5 through -8. Plus, is this supposed to be star? I guess times, minus, divide. I hypothesize a similar categorization is at play here. Understood, though not fully. I'll have to sleep on that thought, as we all should. First, this week's most valuable employee. Any guesses who this is for? We're all a bit tired. I'll keep the theatrics brief. Trophies for Dr. Collins. Great work on all your linguistic analysis. Thank you, Dr. Doppler, though it really is a team effort. All head home. Good night, you four. Good night, Collins, Dr. Bees, Batista. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Beautiful. All right, let's see what the old diaries have to say, and then we will cut it. We had 20 total transmissions. We learned 4 new words. 120 total. Total up to 25 words. We're getting up there. Named object, count, round, continue. We did 3 groups on that one. Data, rounding, and multi-part answers. Multi-part answer. I can't believe I was stuck on that one just for 16. Shows how good I am at math, huh? Alright, Alan says, status, vexed. Still only me and Dr. Bees haven't received a Employee of the Week trophy. Who cares? Batista says, the meteor's mathematical logic is pleasant. They should instruct us to build a computer. Gary says, Dear Diary, Doppler's honored me with the Employee of the Week trophy. Well, it's an individual science academic trophy for Layla Doppler from the 1961 Oak Falls Brain Battle, a trivia competition of some kind, I would imagine. I suppose Doppler is a smart daughter. Doppler says, sleep sounds as good about now. I can wait. I've got a meteor in front of me. And, you know, Dr. Bees, he's still thinking about bees, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna need those hypotheses. I feel like I'm still wrong on some of these. Or at least not totally there. Not totally understanding what's going on. Holy cow, we got 3 signals for next time. Alright, well, I'll see you guys next time for week 10. And, we'll go back to the old alien translating. Bye-bye.